Hello, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Sid Meier's Starships. I'm Mr. Kilimanjaro, and thank you for joining me today in what promises to be quite an exciting moment in the campaign when we start making our moves against the other powers. So no big messages today, just one thing that I noticed was, interestingly, they put up the facts of the stats of how many people joined particular factions. Interestingly, only 22% go for Harmony, which was at least philosophically, the one I found myself the most kind of agreeing with. But regardless, let us load our game and get going. We were Supremacy, I believe. Yeah, this all looks right. Good. Okay. So, one thing we ended by talking about last time was how we were going to progress. So we've reached the natural extent to which we can control the surrounding planets, as in explore and control new ones. So there are no new worlds to be tapped, aside from the pirate and marauder worlds near to us. So either we begin to play the waiting game, or we have to start moving against other powers. Now, one helpful person suggested that actually, seeing as the yellow homeworld is so close to us, it will be a rather quick cap, rather than the kind of push 2 or 3 planets, at least one planet, I guess, maybe if we went through Norme, that would require to reach Virginus, the Alliance homeworld. So, and luckily our homeworld is at least quite far removed from theirs. So it might make sense to move against yellow first, get them under our belts, and then we'll be in a better stead against green. Even though I just want to double check this, but I'm pretty sure the last time I had a look at their fleet, it wasn't as great.
没问题.
Yeah, so still, not that much stuff to it. Interestingly, okay, but regardless, the question is now, do we just run for the yellow homeworld, or should we prep another turn? Bearing in mind that now, as the turns kind of draw on, the longer we wait, the closer the computer players are going to get to achieving those other victory conditions. So the immediate question before us is, do we wait, do we move right now? We already have a few crew members down from peak effectiveness. The cooperative fleet is quite large.
Bonjour, mon ami. Si, amigo.
But not fast at all. Not incredibly well armored. And certainly not amazing weapon systems. No strong lasers, some good plasma. I mean, comparing that with our fleet, right? We have slightly less, but we have the Formidable, which is already an elite crew. Only one ship below, close to 200 HP. Very strong laser and plasma damage. Good array of torpedoes all around, and we've got a lot of fighters to pop out as well. I would gamble on us over them. Even with how it is now, and there's no I don't know if there's a point to going with another kind of engagement other than the homeworld engagement. Why don't we give it a try? If we lose, then we lose, but I think it's worth trying. We have a peace agreement, so I think we need to break that agreement, and it is yellow, just to double check. I don't want to break it with the wrong
Bonjour,
person.
mon ami. Si, amigo. Avec cette épée, nous vous apportons la culture.
So we've actually ended up declaring war on both of them with the one move. Sorry, I didn't really read the fine print on that. That is okay. They shouldn't be able to get to our home. The green should be able to get to our homeworld off the bat. And if we move yellow out the way first.
Approaching Centauri 78. Chance of mission success 44.
So they have megabots as well, obviously, but I'm not overly worried about megabots.
Displaying planetary information.
Correct. So there's going to be slightly less asteroids.
Yes, Commander.
Well, okay, they get the first move. Running out to us. Megabot, Megabot. So the key to this is really going to be to try and encourage them to split up. And we're gonna make use of the asteroid cover that is around us. I'm going to suggest that we wait for them to get a little bit closer, and we use this time to sit back and get our fighters ready. You are an aircraft carrier, aren't you? Yeah, so we can move all the way out of the way.
Fighters launched.
And launch more fighters. You're more close range because of the plasma, so move you up a little bit.
Fighters online.
Deploy fighters. This is one of our starter ships, so I'm not.
Fighters launched.
Don't want to get too involved, and you've got the other set of strong lasers, so I'll put you back to pop out a flank down that line. You don't have fighters, so
Engaging stealth systems.
we'll activate stealth mode for you. I'm happy with how everyone else is currently disposed. Whoops. You're out of your way. Should we launch fighters with you as well?
Fighters launched.
Might as well. Having all the fighters out is going to give us the edge in numbers that they'd otherwise be afforded because of their megabots. It's torpedo. That's fine though, we can get out of the way. Bunching up quite nicely. Alright, so we'll dissipate that with the torpedo, I think. If we could get a shot off on that megabot, that would be ideal. These aren't opening for us just yet. Now, we face a conundrum because our flagship has amazing plasma cannons. If it would let me select it. There we go. As you can see, 5 plasma cannons. So, if we could move in for a shot, we could kill one of their ships very easily right now. The only issue is we can't move back into cover then. Yeah, I reckon the only place we get a clean shot from is there, sadly. Otherwise it'd be really worth just maybe getting there, getting off a shot. Given that we can move back into cover, it's worth checking.
Entering narrow passage.
Yeah, so no clean shots. So we'll launch our torpedo. And we just need to move the fighters out of the way of that torpedo. They could get a shot through the narrow passage, perhaps. No, it reckons it wants to give them 100% off on that narrow passage.
Entering narrow passage.
Okay, well we'll leave them there for now. When that's open, we'll move out. I think we're going to move more towards this flank with our carrier.
Fighters online.
Can move through here, which might be helpful if we can get back out again. That's currently the fighters we have selected though.
Entering narrow passage.
Could we time another good torpedo? Or we might be able to catch some running off, perhaps, depending on how they move. The only issue is that they're not going to be able to move through here, they're going to have to move up, which means we're probably not going to be able to get them this turn anyway, so let's forget that for now. We'll move the fighters with you. Let's move these fighters up here. They might be able to. Oops, that was the small one. Keep selecting. It doesn't. I don't know. The selection in this game isn't always great, but we get an extra torpedo actually. Yeah, let's try and funnel them a bit more towards the left. That shouldn't be able to reach us this turn. That's what I'm gambling on.
Engaging stealth systems.
Stealth.
Torpedo sighted.
Ooh, maybe. Oh god. Okay. So I miscalculated that. That's okay. Alright, so another fighter's gone. Those fighters got some hammering. Oh, those are some hardy fighters, I'll tell you that for free. Right, so this one's probably going to miss.
Enemy lasers disabled.
This one's going to be better.
Nice shot.
Right, so that's 3 gone. So we lost 1 to a torpedo, but they've lost 3 to a torpedo. So you win some, you lose 1. That's how that works.
Entering narrow passage.
So unfortunately, because of the lasers, we're not... Because of their shields, we're not going to get good damage. These guys are going to die pretty much no matter what, so we might as well try and loot them a bit. I think the Basilisk is their big ship, so better to do damage to the big one. That's fine, and then we'll move.
Entering narrow
into cover.
passage.
Right, so this is the Gallant. Yeah, he's never going to be able to do a lot of damage. Right, so now the question is, can we use you? Dauntless. And the answer is yes. Right, so that's that down. Pull back.
Entering narrow passage.
Again, like I thought I had the other one selected. It's weird that it just kind of arbitrarily chooses the other ones. I don't think we're going to be able to get shots at anyone. Yeah, so
Fighters online.
split out some more fighters. And then do we have another one spare? No, you move there. You need to move back into cover. Yeah, you've already shot.
Entering narrow passage.
I might try and make it a little bit more difficult for him to shoot at us, actually. Instead of the other.
Enemy destroyer sighted.
Okay, so they took out our small ship, but that's okay. We were expecting that. Fired another torpedo. That's fine. We'll definitely duck out of the way of that one. Right, so we can finish off those fighters. Let's do that. Get rid of them falling in our side. And then we will pull back into cover. So, the question is now what? Might be able to get a shot through there. Only for 42, sadly. It might just be worth taking out the Wyvern, though.
Enemy destroyer sighted.
Oh, I forgot about the other one. I want to get rid of the stealth before it gets gets any closer. So he'll be able to move in and flank us over here, probably. Oh, we should be actually about safe behind there, I think. Anyways, the torpedo might run a little bit close, depending on if it waves at all, but we should be okay. Playing a bit fast and loose with torpedoes this game, but... Right, let's hope that all this opens up a little bit more for the fighters to take advantage of.
Fighters online.
So I think that's the last set of fighters to go out. You've moved.
Incoming torpedo.
4 HP, that's fine. Right, so they're moving in. Are they moving back? Oh, okay, they can see through there. I see that. I didn't know that. So they can shoot, but we can't. Seems incredibly fair. So that's a definite kill, if we can get to him. So we have control of Courageous now.
Enemy sensors disabled.
Okay, let's get a couple of shots maybe. Yeah, I fancy that. So those have 100 HP, but that's not too bad. So 3 means we're only going to get 2 back, because 5 is the max. So 2 back means going there. But will we even get decent shots from there? We ought to. Let's give it a shot.
Nice shot.
This goes to show how useful a battleship can be. And our new fighters, throw them down there. No shots for them. Oh, I forgot about you entirely. Use those lasers.
Enemy lasers disabled.
Oh, good. Lasers critted. Let's do that for whatever. Is that a torpedo? No, it's the plasma shot. Okay, that's 2 sets of fighters down. We've still got 2 left. So now we go on the hunt. Now that this is opened up.
Entering narrow passage.
So we can kill you.
Entering narrow passage.
Get some kind of laser shots. Trying to rack up enough to finish all of them. 28 isn't quite enough.
Enemy engine disabled.
That's a UF-56, UF-50, and both could finish that one, so just let you finish this. So that's it for their fleet, just got the megabots now.
Enemy lasers disabled.
So I don't think we have enough left to finish this one. But we can definitely kill this one this turn.
Nice shot.
Okay. So...
Entering narrow passage. Entering narrow passage.
Okay, what's that? Might as well let someone get the kill. It'd be nice if we could get a veteran crew on our battleship.
Nice shot.
Alright, so that's that.
Good work.
Shame about that initial torpedo. I guess I just kind of didn't calculate it properly, but
Le commerce
that's
fonctionne
okay.
quand on comprend l'autre.
So we
Centauri
get
78
yellow.
has joined our federation.
So it's now 42 to 33. So there's a lot more worlds out there that they could get shots at, but the important thing is that we are now in better control. So we need to be close to our home world, because if they come through, we need to defend it. That's the only way to knock us out for sure. So even if they move out and get those initial first few planets, that's okay. We just need perhaps a turn to reboot, and then we might go after them. I don't think we have enough to really repair properly, or we can repair our capital fleet. Just in case we have to defend with our fleet, might as well have it repaired. Surprised it only cost 33 to repair the Gallant, even though it got completely destroyed. I guess that's the wonder we have working for us. But I do have some. No, it's credits, yeah. So I should be able to buy energy with credits, actually. Yeah. Right, so we can use those credits now to make sure we have some repairs. Done, even. I don't know if I've ever explained it before. The market system works in that you can sell things for credits, and credits are basically like money. They're like an abstract value you can use to exchange for more of other things. So if you ever have a surplus of any given thing, say food, we could sell a lot of that, make a lot of credits, convert it into energy for our fleet. So that's good. Like I said, it's not particularly worth going after green at this point, just because our fleet, although fully repaired, isn't in great motivational state. So I'm going to go on shore leave. We're going to see what green's going to do. They added 3 ships. God. So they're going kind of for numbers rather than quality. Right, so in 3 turns we'll get our fleet. So we have to delay for 3 turns.
Displaying planetary information. Chance of mission success 51%.
Okay. So
Chance of mission
this is their fleet now with the 3 new ships, which are not particularly good, obviously. But their fast assault cruiser, they've beefed up a bit, so it's looking much better. They're not going to have loads of fighters, but they do have 4 torpedoes on their main one, which is a lot. So I think we just start with the megabots.
Yes, Commander.
Just part of our fleet, it looks like. So there aren't that many asteroid fields, so we might have to use the planet a bit. Yeah, so we have the Dauntless and we have the Formidable. Right, so how are we going to play this? They're essentially just going to come for us, and we need to sit tight as long as possible. We're only going to have 1 set of fighters until the rest of our fleet arrives. So the question is do we want to try and stand and fight a bit around the planet? Is it worth just running off? This is where warp portals might become useful. If we do want to run, we kind of need to run now, because we're going to run out of space soon enough. Are there any pop shots to be got? Could we pop out right now and get a shot on anyone? Not through there, not through there. Possibly on that one. Right along this line from about here, we could get a shot on you. Don't think any on you. Also on that one, perhaps. And she's then very exposed for laser fire. Which they do have a bit of. 2 on each of those craft. Do have a lot of health, so it's probably not enough to damage us. Not overly worried about killing those just yet, though. I think what we're going to do is we're going to pull back. We're going to wait for our fleet.
Fighters online.
We'll deploy the fighters while we can.
Engaging stealth
Go
system.
stealth mode. Right. Those fighters are going to try and close to engage, and that's pretty quick. But we're just going to have to see what we can do.
Reinforcements have joined our fleet.
Okay, so we got some more ships now, which is good. Can we pop a shot? Slightly out of range. Not at you either. Planet's in the way of that one. Still in stealth, so we'll move up here. Or to be safe from any shots. I think we got our aircraft carrier. Right, so you're going to pull all the way back.
Fighters
We're
launched.
just going to need you to launch fighters. Then we've got the Audacious as well. Something a bit more close range. The question becomes how are we going to use these close range ships. I think we're going to have to wait for them to close. We're just going to have to play a defensive game for a little while still. Got to be wary for those torpedoes as well. But they're still a while away. I don't think they can get shots on us that easily. It's a bit of still some debris over there. No, it's still safest to be here.
Fighters launched.
Alright, we'll get your fighters too. Yeah, I think this is going to be more of a waiting game for a little bit longer. Even though more of their fleet's going to show up, we
Enemy corvette
benefit much
sighted.
more from having our fleet than they from theirs. Right, so they've become a bit more aggressive, so there's more in the open now, which should benefit us. We should be able to wreck some stuff. Right, good. So those fighters can move a lot further. 5 turns will get us within range of us. So I'm going to take out those fighters. Okay, back into cover. You also have good lasers, actually, though. So it might be worth taking a turn out to maybe popping a shot. Possibly from there? No. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to get a good shot off. Okay, so then back into cover, and no harm in checking.
Fighters launched.
Launch more fighters. We'll deploy you, I guess, up, since you don't have enough speed to move across. Right. And now you. He's now very close, and close enough to consider using torpedoes. So we might have to scare him off. Now, what's nice about this torpedo is it's going to invalidate that first cover for him, so he can't move towards it. So given that, he'll have to pull back or move slightly to the left. It doesn't matter if you move slightly to the left and then shoot a torpedo at us. Our cover is a bit more important than his is actually right now. So maybe we should aim it more like this, which will invalidate their first cover, but will also invalidate some of his cover too. So as in, if he moves to the left now, it will should still be able to get him. So let's do that. We've got a lot of ships now. Lines of fire aren't going to be able to go until we're pretty much horizontal with him. But we can still try and move them a bit forward. So we don't want the Audacious. The fighters. And we got the Gallant now too. Yeah, so again, we'll go with a crossfire. We'll try and catch him, kind of no matter which way he goes. I'm not comfortable moving you out of cover particularly. You're okay there. You're okay there. You're okay there. You're okay there, you're okay there, you're okay there. Could go with a third torpedo. Really try and catch this bugger. Third torpedo right down the middle. Does have 6 movement though, so we can pull back pretty easily, so maybe let's not waste it just yet. Here they come, they get their shot. It's fine though. Got fighters. Oh, so they can see that you can see the ships.
Enemy corvette sighted.
Alright, so they're really going after the fighters this turn, but that's okay. Didn't realize this was such bad cover in the forward position. There's a torpedo though, obviously. Right, let's see if we can catch him a little bit. 19, I'll take it. Might just detonate. Ooh, quite close to our fighters. Maybe run a second and detonate. Yeah, that's helpful. Right, so I'm not sure we're going to be able to get shots at him.
Enemy corvette sighted.
Almost kill it in that one shot. So he'll obviously take out these fighters the next turn, but that's okay. Because we... I mean, these fighters are ultimately expendable. That's what they're there for. Right, so the question is, can we see anyone else for shots? It'd be nice to get rid of you, because I'm a bit worried about how he's going to be poking out now. Yeah, that's unfortunate cover, but it's not heavy cover. Apparently it is. Much more so than that. Alright, well then we'll move topside.
Engaging stealth
Stealth
systems.
mode. If he moves up top, we'll try and pop in and get him next turn. I'm a bit worried about him firing across the axis, but we've got a lot of HP.
Fighters online.
So we'll try not to worry about it overly. Come some more fighters.
Fighters online.
Get some more fighters too from the Gallant. And we'll move the Gallant over here. That torpedo is obviously aimed right at our cluster, but it's going to take a while still to get to us, and we ought to be able to dodge it by the time it gets here. This should be interesting because it ought to mean that even if he does move out, which he'll have to circumvent around this thing slightly, and pop a shot at these guys, if he goes back into cover, we'll be able to get him, and if he moves slightly more forward, then we ought to be able to move around the sides a little bit easier. So that ought to play in our advantage. No, you're good there. You're good there. You're good there.
Torpedo sighted.
So next turn it should get to us. Okay, so that was just an interesting risky move. But it's fine, we outmatched those lasers quite a lot. Right, so yeah, the battle's shifted slightly since the bulk of their ships have now moved to the right. Well, not too much. Yeah, 12.
Enemy corvette sighted.
Fine. This is probably a useless torpedo now. Yeah. Right, so we now must rethink. I'll be able to get a shot off from in there. Better chance than with the other one. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so now we've got the top, so that's no longer a very safe position. So that's good. We now need to evacuate from that torpedo, which will mean basically running towards the planet for us. Or we could go more aggressive and try and get out there and hit them. Sorry, so not the audacious, rather our fighters. That's unfortunate. Can't get a lot of damage. I think those are shields mainly. Still, damage is damage. Wow. I guess that's just because of the incredibly weak weapons though, so that's not surprising. So the question is, do we want to put ourselves out now, get a shot at this one? Let this one take a shot at us. I mean, we have to miss that torpedo, so we either run, and we can't really run, this guy can't run towards the planet, and he can't make it to any other decent cover unless we go up. But even that would be a relatively easy shot from there. Although it'd be with lasers and not plasma, and this one... It's only 2, and this one's got 4 plasma, so we have to worry about that one getting close. That one can do some damage. If the situation were reversed and we could kill this one and let this one sit, that would be more ideal. But as it stands, 4 plasma is quite a lot. It is only for 1 ship, so is it worth gambling just to lose that 1 ship? I mean, we have a lot of shields, so it'd be unlikely to be the Dauntless. Although the Dauntless can't move into position to fire off at this one this turn. Oh, that's the... God damn it. I told you how it keeps doing this. Whatever, you're done. You're done. These guys can move there. You won't be able to get a shot.
Fighters online.
Thing is, we can move back there, but our weapons aren't going to be that effective at that range. So it depends how these guys play it. If they come more forward, that'll be great. If they just move back, then we've just wasted the turn. But maybe it's worth it just to play it a bit more safe. So these fighters are going to be the draw for them to come more forward, and then we'll come back for them. That's the way we're going to play this one.
Torpedo incoming.
So let's use this torpedo now. He's moving back down. Lasers at the fighters. It's fine. He's coming out to play. That's okay, because the bait has now been taken. So he's playing a slightly more clever. Sitting still behind the planet.
Enemy Corvette sighted.
Yeah, whatever. Right. So now's when we get
Enemy engines
to have
disabled.
our fun. Only 112. I'm not sure if it's because of the distance or what. Oh my god. It's incredibly frustrating that it just opts to choose the slightly different ship than what you're necessarily going for. So we can get a clean 30 with lasers, which we'll take.
Enemy cannons disabled.
So that takes plasma off the board as well. The courageous, we need you to be a bit closer.
Enemy Torpedoes disabled.
So now we're really wrecking the ship up. 22 won't finish the job though. She will.
Nice shot.
So that's gone. Move into a slightly better cover. You haven't had your oh no, you have had your shots. There. Guess we'll get a shot with these guys next time. Finished with you, finished with you. Oh, we're not finished with these guys. Take all the lines of fire.
Engines disabled.
Ooh, disabled engines, that's fun. I might run these guys into the warp nexus thingy since they're not going to be able to move in that much closer with any real use. Okay, so you move back there, fire another torpedo.
Enemy corvette sighted.
It's fine. Not really worried about that corvette. Gets to do a little bit more damage.
Enemy lasers disabled.
Yeah, it's going to be a point of whittling this guy down from afar, it seems like. Let's see where we end up.
Entering jump gate.
Okay. Happy with that. Right. Now.
Enemy engines disabled.
Engines is always quite a nice one to have disabled, just because it really lowers how much they can chase you. So why don't we move you on top of the planet, so you can pop out for a decent shot at these guys. There's no great cover for our Dauntless, sadly. It's just too close to the asteroid either way, to the torpedo. We'll move there. It's not close enough for real good plasma damage. Move you guys into position. No, I was going to say he might be able to get a shot through the asteroids, but probably not. Okay, you're done. You're done. Can't really help. You're done. You're done. You're done. Oh, actually, I forgot we can do the boost. My bad.
Enemy torpedo incoming.
Not overly worried though.
Torpedo incoming.
Blew up his own ship. Okay, so he literally got the one move. That's fine. Then he fires a torpedo, but he won't get detonated this turn. They're kind of scrambling for cover a bit now. I mean, it's obvious we're going to win. That much is obvious. The question is about what's going to go down.
Disabled.
Right, shield's critted, so this guy we can now finish.
Enemy engines disabled.
Disable the engines again. Still going to do a lot of damage, but might as well just keep hammering.
Enemy shields disabled.
So the shields again. They've repaired their engines now, it looks like. Unfortunately, they've picked some good cover against us. So we'll move into some positions. And I will happily take the shots with these fighters.
Enemy torpedoes disabled.
It's not the most useful one, but it's okay. Right, so we're finished with you. Right, now the Dauntless. You don't really have any laser. Dauntless doesn't have any lasers, but the question is, can we get torpedoes? And the answer is no. Right, I forgot about you. Oh no, didn't you just moved up here anyway? We might as well stealth.
Torpedo
You were
incoming.
okay there. That's just missed.
Torpedo incoming.
Torpedo sighted.
We managed to dodge pretty much all of their torpedoes, which is good. Moving away. That's a
Enemy
Hail Mary
corvette sighted.
torpedo. Right, yeah, so they're not even really trying to move it to shoot at us, they're just trying to get away.
Enemy shields disabled.
So we disable the shields again. Finish the job. So that's the big dog down. We should get at this one, and then there's that one pesky corvette out there still.
Enemy engines disabled.
So the engines again. Again, he's picked decent cover, so it's unlikely we're going to be able to get shots off. Just move down towards the debris field. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're just not going to be able to get our shots off really. Obviously he can stay out in the open because he's going to activate stealth.
Engaging stealth systems.
You can move you back into cover. You're finished, you're finished, you're finished. You're finished.
Enemy
you're
corvette
Torpedo
sighted.
incoming.
So he's just staying in that defensive cover there. That's fine, we can outmaneuver him. Liking these like they're like destroyers, these groups, just kind of hunting them out. That was not badly predicted in terms of how we were going to move forward. The only thing is we're just not going to maintain this flight path. We're going to
Enemy corvette sighted.
duck out of the way now. So could we actually shoot through the asteroids? No. A little bit. Laser. Not overly worried about this guy. He has 2 plasma at best. Alright, so we can get it to you.
Enemy shields disabled.
Right, shields critted, so now's the time to push the advantage. We really just need one more shot. That ought to do it. Great, now it's just that corvette, so we'll just make a run for him.
Enemy cannons disabled.
Okay, so no need to worry about those plasma cannons now. Get any kind of shot. No.
Torpedo sighted.
So, yeah, he's he's just given up. It'd be nice if Blue could get the kill. 48 needs one little tap. That'll do it.
Good work.
Cool. So 25,000 points, and we have turned the tide. So now they have to run back. Great. So I'm not entirely sure how long I've been recording for, but since those are 2 quite long missions, I think I'll probably leave it there. Next mission, next episode even rather, will probably be the last one, I guess, because we're just gonna make a push for their homeworld. We got 9,000 energy. We're gonna deck out the fleet, go really big, and then we're just gonna make a push. We'll go through Normay and go straight for Virginis, and yeah, that'll probably be the end of it. We could, at this point, since we have the more worlds, just sit tight on our advantage and go for a pop cap victory, which would require 71 million people, I believe. We probably have quite a lot right now. though I don't see any real way of telling that. But regardless, we're gonna... Well, that's probably going to be the option for us. So, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. It's been quite interesting defending against the proper big fleets of the other ones. If possible... No, I mean, I might get a chance to show you the pirate missions in this one. They're quite interesting, because they're actually a lot harder than the fleets are currently. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed watching. Join me next time, where we'll hopefully finish this game, and then I'll probably be cranking up the difficulty, and maybe doing another series. So, yeah, if that would be something that would interest you, please let me know, and I will catch you next time.